Howdy folks, Mr. Van Leader sitting here again as some dude signs out of my PSN. This is a 2v2 on face-off map Erosion. Yeah, it's one of the free ones. I've got the paid for ones as well, but I'm playing with the best Pierre here, and he just has the regular maps. It's a kill confirmed game, and yeah, we win the kill confirmed game. I get a M.O.A.B in this, a 2v2 M.O.A.B, so I thought I'd bring that to you. And as I remembered it, I've actually watched this once through before, and I thought, yeah, I was doing okay. I was kind of picking up the tags, and you see there I was. I picked up 3 tags, I've died twice, and that's the end of my deaths, and pretty much of my tag picking up as well. Watched a couple of times, and yeah, I just run away from tags that are right in front of me for fear of hitting the score limit. So yeah, sorry about that, what can you do? Making a commentary today because, well, I have no money to go out and do anything more fun, and I have no money because my bank is having issues with processing payments. So NatWest, National Westminster Bank, yeah, I'm not too impressed with you. I can't spend any money, so I have to sit here talking to YouTube because it's free, and I've already spent all this money for all this stuff. So yeah, cool. Yeah, what else has happened in my life? It's a kind of freestyle-y commentary here, so sorry I haven't prepared it in any way at all. What else has been happening? Well, we're in Europe, or I'm in Europe, and currently the European 2012 football tournament is going on, and that's very dead man's hand, enemy hand. Yeah, that's pretty exciting for us. Look at this guy here. What's he doing there, the Flying Scotsman? That's happening. Actually, that's one thing to mention. Lots of people, this is obviously a 2v2 game, and many people on the other team join and then rage quit. I think one may have even left already, but yeah, there's the I think there's only one guy on the enemy team at the moment, so it's 2-on-1, and this guy, the Flying Scotsman, gets well, pretty much sick of being killed loads of times, so eventually he's going to leave as well. But after that, there must have been like 12 people left this game. If you can keep count, try and keep count, because yeah, we must have given significantly more losses. I tried to shoot the motion sensor and get, I don't know how I survived that, or how he doesn't notice me running out the door, but he doesn't, and I carry on. So it's the Euro, there we go, someone left the game, that's another person we've given a loss, sweet. Euro 2012 football tournament, and this is a tournament that, it's in Poland and the Ukraine, in sort of Eastern Europe if you're an American, and that's sort of ex-Soviet countries, and they've been awarded the Euro Championship a few years ago as sort of part of their the welcoming them into the European community or something, I don't really know, but they've been awarded this tournament and it's gone out there. And then immediately before the tournament started, British TV programme, a documentary called Panorama, ran an episode where they ran an episode where it basically said that if you go to Poland and Ukraine to support this football tournament, to follow your team or whatever, you will probably be stabbed by Ukrainian hardcore football hooligans, essentially. And this is pretty bad, but it's even worse. Like the British, like the Foreign Office that advises people about where you should go and where you shouldn't, is like, if you're from an ethnic minority, like you're black or Asian, that you really shouldn't travel to the tournament because you would be stabbed by right-wing fascist Ukrainians and Poles. And happily, none of that's happened, or at least I haven't read any information about fans or racial attacks of fans on players or whatever. I haven't read any of it, and I'm pretty sure that the media would be desperate to milk it if there was any possibility that we could further categorise Ukrainians as racist, horrible people. The British press would be right on it and be doing it. So it can't have happened. So yeah, all of the fears unfounded, and I suppose that's good news. The one sort of racial incident was that of Croatia's fans who chanted at Mario Balotelli, who's the black Italian player. I can't remember exactly what was going on. But there was definitely some racial abuse of Mario Balotelli involving Croatia fans, and they were fined 65,000 euros, which is roughly the same figure in dollars, about $60,000, something like that, which does seem like a pretty sizable fine for racism, until you take into account, there we go, the Flying Scotsman left the game, until you take into account the fact that Denmark's Nicholas Bentner, who has a funny name and is a sort of average centre forward in the tournament, he wore some boxer shorts that bore the name. Look at this guy join, look, as it just ticks down to 1, and I think that my M.O.A.B's not going to happen. The guy joined, so well done Romario, and well done for going second chance and not killing me now you're in the game. Yeah, I appreciate that. So yeah, Nicholas Bentner wore some branded boxer shorts with the logo of an Irish bookmaker, Paddy Power, on the pants, the boxer shorts, and he scored a goal and sort of lifted his shirt so you could see like the high waistband of these boxer shorts with advertising Paddy Power. And what happened was there was an article in the newspaper to say Denmark striker Nicholas Bentner, you know, advertised as Paddy Power after scoring his goal. So Paddy Power got the most. They paid him a fee and got some money out of this advertising because it was like featured in the papers afterwards and obviously on TV during the game. And then what happened is the governing body, having they hadn't actually fined Croatia any euros at this stage for racial abuse. The Bentner fine came first, and they fined him personally, like as an individual, 100,000 euros. That's about £80,000, or I suppose approximately 100,000 US dollars, which is a pretty sizable fine for wearing green pants and for sort of product placement of an Irish bookmaker. But UEFA take product placement of Irish bookmakers very seriously, and so they fined him 100,000 euros. And yeah, this is kind of genius marketing by Irish bookmaker Paddy Power, because as soon as the story came out that he was going to be fined 100,000 euros, there was another. It was all featured in all the papers again, and there was the picture again of Nicholas Bentner in his Paddy Power pants, and they mentioned again that Irish bookmaker Paddy Power and blah blah blah. So they got a second lot of free advertising in a newspaper for, you know, for essentially just for this £100,000, euro, whatever fine that Bentner had been given. And then yeah, it was like a record fine. So the next day it was also featured in the papers that this had all happened, and Irish bookmaker Paddy Power and the logo was featured again in the picture. And yeah, so they got more value again. And then the Irish bookmaker the next day announced that it would pay his fine anyway. So they got in the paper yet again, and the logo and the picture of him wearing the pants, the boxer shorts. Pants, Americans say pants for trousers. The underwear. Can we all agree on underwear being the right word? I don't care whether we agree or not. It's the word I'm going to use. Where is this guy? He's up here somewhere. I can hear him and he doesn't know where I am. Yeah, there he is. Falling into second chance. Good for him. Get turned on for the M.O.A.B. So I call the M.O.A.B in and people leave. But yeah, that's pretty unsurprising. Yep, those two people left. More people are going to join, and more people are going to leave by the end of the game as well. So you got that to look forward to. And I'll just finish off talking about Bentner. So eventually the Irish bookmaker agreed to pay his hefty fine, and I think it's fairly clear that you won't be advertising anything if you're a footballer at these championships in future, because it's a pretty big fine, and he's lucky that he got paid by the company that agreed to pay it. But what it really says is that football's European governing body, UEFA, care more about illegal product placement than they do about racism. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't really send out the best impression to me. Like, why didn't they just fine Croatia slightly more money than they fined Bentner, which they decided on the fine for Croatia the day after they decided on Bentner's fine. So it wasn't like some other committee accidentally embarrassed the racism people by giving a bigger fine. They could have just amended it and given the bigger fine to Croatian's federation, and there wouldn't have been any problem at all. But they didn't do that. UEFA, I think it's fair to say, are relatively moronic. James 24W leaves the game. We get another enemies forfeiting in. There's only 10 seconds left on this gameplay and it's about to run down, and 2 more people are going to join the game and get a free loss just as they do, taking the number to, well, whatever it takes it to. I've been Mr. Van Leader. That was a 2v2 kill confirmed M.O.A.B where I only occasionally run away from the tags and in the other direction like a screaming bitch. Please like the video, please comment and subscribe if you've never seen the channel before, and of course have a nice day. One take, not bad.